Trade, the overarching theme of his tour to Europe and America. So what's expected when he meets those EU leaders?
Right, yes, that's right. Spring is always the time for a Japanese Prime Minister to visit Europe, and this time he's also tacked on the US and Canada. And in every one of these stops, I think trade is going to be the most important theme of the talks. So he'll be meeting the EU leaders later today in Brussels. Japan and the EU already have a free trade agreement, which came into effect this year. But what they share also in common at this point is jitters about the upcoming trade talks with the US. Both countries have lucrative car exports to the US, which have been criticised by Donald Trump, and they're very anxious to protect those from sanctions. So they'll no doubt be trying to show a common front on the benefits of free trade and perhaps compare notes on how to deal with these talks.
Is that what we're expecting Prime Minister Abe to convey when he actually meets with President Trump on Friday?
Right, yes. Well, Japan's own bilateral talks with the US actually started last week. And there's a second round which will take place today in Washington. And then the following day, Abe himself arrives in Washington for his latest round of talks with Donald Trump. Now, what the US wants out of Japan in the short term is access to its agriculture market. The situation that US meat farmers find themselves in at the moment is that they're losing market share to countries that fall under the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the Pan-Asian trade deal that Japan is in, but which the US has rejected. So that's what the US wants. What it's prepared to offer in return is less clear, if there's anything at all. And given that Donald Trump has often referred to the need for a balanced trade relationship to Japan, it's very hard to see how farm products, which have a relatively low monetary value, could make much of a dent in that $60 billion trade deficit.